Before I get started with this commentary, I have to give a huge shout out to Seiji Hito on the Second Coming. If y'all are not subscribed to his channel, please subscribe to his channel. Many of y'all are probably familiar with him through me. He's been doing some very good content over the years, and I've had him on my channel. I've been on his channel a couple of times in the past, and the reason why I'm giving him a shout out is because the videos I'm about to show you are coming from a video that he just recently posted up about this Asian man who's gone viral, who's talking about daring black people to boycott. I'm sure many of y'all have heard about it, and he actually put out another video. Now, the reason why I had to go to Seiji's page to get the video is because when I went on to TikTok where the man initially posted the video, apparently his TikTok is no longer there because I typed his name in. I saw his name in his video that's gone viral, but it's not there. And then someone else made a TikTok video saying, I guess he closed down his account, so I guess people got him off the platform, or whatever the case may be, or he might pop up under a different name. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a couple of videos that I had to get from Seiji's video, because what this dude is now doing is even more egregious than him saying, okay, daring us to boycott. This now is going into even more, I would say, more extreme anti-black propaganda.
Let me just say this: for all those Asian-owned businesses, the incident what happened with South Carolina with Mr. Chow, please be on guard, because it's just like the pandemic all over again. They're gonna target Asian people and play victim again about how they were slaves for 400 freaking years. So please, Asian-owned businesses, Asian people in general, please stay safe, please stay alert, and treat them like it was COVID. Stay 6 feet away from them.
Now, unless you were subscribed to Seiji's page already prior to seeing me talk about this, you would have not seen that video. And like I said, I went to type his name into TikTok so I could download the video myself, and I was going to still do the commentary, but I couldn't find it because apparently the video was not here. But his page was called Hear Mia Out, HEARMIAOUT_. And when I went there to look for it, it wasn't there. But they probably got him out of there after this one, but Seiji got a hold of it. So in this video, which is most likely a video that he did after the one that went viral that everyone has already seen, he's saying that, you know, he went from daring us to boycott the businesses as if that was supposed to be a fear tactic towards us, but it's like, okay, that's not happening. And I've seen an influx of black people literally not going to their businesses and supporting and actually promoting black owned salons. As a matter of fact, when I went on the TikTok, when I was to go and look for this video, as a matter of fact, it was this lady on there, this black woman who was promoting her hair shop, and she got a lot of traction behind it. People are asking, can you order or can you ship out of state and everything like that, and she was like, yes, you can. So I think, like I said, now what he did actually did more of a harm for their businesses than anything. He shouldn't have said anything, because there probably would have been some black people that still would have went there, but he got scared when a lot of black people said, we're going to boycott after this verdict that came out, you know, with Rick Chow and Cyrus Belton. Like, that was the worst thing right there that they could hear. So that was a fear tactic. For more so, that was a panic thing for him more than a fear tactic for us. Like I said in my TikTok video, I don't have to go and say, you know, say I'm gonna go and support these businesses, because I don't. So yeah, but in this part right here, now he's putting out that anti-black pandemic propaganda that they were using against black people to help them get that anti-Asian hate crime bill back in 2021 under the Biden administration. Basically out there saying that it was black people that was going around attacking them and all this, that, and the third. And notice what he's saying here, that he's saying that we're going to go out and attack them now, or whatever BS he's saying here is a bunch of lies. Black people are not going out in droves to go and attack Asian people, and they know that. We know that. They see a couple of videos of a scuffle or an altercation, and they swear that they're under attack. Who else does that? I'll give you a hint. Look on the opposite side of you. Look on the inside of your hand. They are known to go ahead and do that. So they're literally getting their tips from people such as that. And he's going, and then he had to bring up slavery. He brought up about, 400 years. So, like, again, this dude, no wonder he ran up off the platform, because as far as I know now, this is probably one of the last videos he made on TikTok before I guess he removed his account, because I doubt TikTok removed the account. He probably hid the account. If he didn't delete the account, he probably hid it where no one can see it. Because like I said, I don't know. I went to go look for his page and it wasn't there. So that's why I had to retrieve the video this way. But this dude is a clown. He went viral for all the wrong reasons, and now he's exposed himself even more for what many people are going to automatically assume him to be anyway, which is staunchly anti-black. You got upset because black people said that they was going to boycott. No, let me say this again. This man got upset at black people for saying that they were going to boycott Asian businesses, go and support our own businesses in response to what happened with the verdict with Rick Chow and what he did to Cyrus Belton back in 2023. This is how this dude decided to respond to that. Like, really let that sink in. He's upset because black people are deciding to move away from them for however long. And this is how he chooses to respond to that, by being anti-black. Now you've actually just given black people even more reason not to go towards your business even longer. Even if they planned on going back, now it's going to make the people stay away even longer and go and support and divert funds into our own. I will say this. It's a shame that it took something like this to happen for black people to really pick up on what was going on, because this could have happened years ago. But you know what they say, better late than never. And honestly, he already shot himself in the foot, because now, because of what he's done, and there's a couple of others that I've seen pop up, but not really that much. Now, because of what he's done, he's actually now taken away one of their biggest cash cows. Black people, the black American community, was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, cash cow for a lot of these Asian owned businesses, especially ones that are in black neighborhoods, which there are plenty of them, because PC wasn't about to let them have businesses in theirs. They was just letting them live there, which, interestingly enough, if you heard what he said in the video, he says, we're going to go live amongst white people. I mean, we already knew that. We already knew you lived in the suburbs. I had talked about this in one of my live stream about Cyrus Belton. I said, they don't live around us. They set up shop here because they have no choice. And then they go and leave and go to those suburbs and live amongst the people that they want to be around. And the reason why they can't go into like Chinatown or Koreatown or whatever town they might have is because it's oversaturated. They have this little corner, this little sector, but it's so oversaturated that it's almost like a first come, first serve type of thing. You have to have, you basically have to try to squeeze your way in wherever you can get in, and wherever you don't fit in, you got to go and settle for being in the black neighborhoods. I'm willing to bet that a lot of them wish they weren't in black neighborhoods. The only things that's keeping them there is the money. If that wasn't the case, they would have been left. I hope black people listening to the sound of my voice are picking up what I'm putting down. And honestly, too, don't think that those Asian-owned businesses in Chinatown and Koreatown and all those other towns aren't sabotaging each other. I'm willing to bet a lot of them are doing some very cutthroat, throw under the bus, pull the rug from under you type of nonsense down there, because they're literally competing with everyone to try to get everyone's business, especially during a busy time like in the city. I know for me, the Chinatown that's closest to me is in DC. It's like literally in the heart of DC. And it's literally like they literally have a whole like block, probably more than one block, a few blocks of nothing but Chinese owned businesses. Like you name it, they own it in that little sector. But they're all competing with each other, and you cannot tell me that some of them are not at one time or still currently doing some underhanded stuff to each other because of competition. So like I said, if they can't get in where they finna down there, they go to the black neighborhoods, because they for damn sure ain't gonna let them set up shop in the PC neighborhoods. That was the whole point of white flight. They said, we're gonna leave because black people coming in, but in order to keep black people from advancing, we're gonna implement these immigrants, you Asians, and have you set up shop here. And the trade-off is we'll let some of you live amongst us. You just can't set your shop up here. And y'all obliged. And now here we are, over 60 years later. And you see what this guy's saying right here. If he didn't want to display his anti-blackness, he would have kept that comment to himself. But he couldn't help it. He could not help himself. And like I said, him trying to, I guess, do a fear tactic for us did not work. It's backfiring, which is why he had to follow up with this video. Now we really see him for who he is. But it doesn't stop there though. No, because there was another video that Seji had included into this one, and that's going to really put everything into perspective. It's not necessarily just about him, but the Asian American community as a whole.
See, I actually think a lot of people think it's like a superiority thing, but I almost think if we're associated with a white person, then we won't get mistreated anymore, because it's like we get to hide behind them.
I can kind of see what you're saying.
So you just heard that part right there, and this is a very short clip right here, and it's this woman, and she's talking to this guy. I don't know, I guess they're just having a casual conversation, and the caption above says Asians were asked why they think white people are superior, and this woman said that it's not necessarily that we think that they're superior, but we think that if we live amongst them, then they won't attack us anymore. Notice she said anymore. That's basically saying that they have been attacked by them in the past. Honestly, truth be told, they're still being attacked by them now, but they'll never admit it. And there's no way they was going to get that hate crime bill by blaming them for the ones leading the way with the attacks. But meanwhile, the current commander-in-chief was calling, putting all the blame on them for what happened during the pandemic back in 2020 and calling them all types of names, but they were the ones that wanted to come at us, and that's how they got that bill implemented. And the thing about it is, I wouldn't be surprised that some of them are going to try to use that bill against us because we saying we're boycotting their businesses. I just keep thinking about what that dude said. I would not be surprised if he tries to. I would not be in the least bit surprised if some of them try to say we are displaying anti-Asian hate just because we're saying we're boycotting your businesses. One of them or a few of them would probably be that damn petty to try and say something along those lines. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. But back to this woman. I'm not surprised that she said that. She basically said the quiet part out loud. Honestly, for us, the quiet part was already out loud. But she said it, so we'll just go along with it. She said it's not that we don't see them as superior, which honestly many of them do. Otherwise, why are you trying to cozy up to them? They said we're just trying to basically be amongst them so we don't get or catch the onslaught like we used to. Going back to some things that I've talked about in the past about living in proximity with certain individuals and certain people or a certain demographic, and you know which one it is, in order to give you cover or some type of a benefit, or in their case, some type of protection. And then all they have to do as a trade-off is to come at us. And they do it hook, line, they get them hook, line, and sinker. And the thing is, even with all of that, they still will be in, they still going to end up getting the short end of the stick. Because the thing is, they think that if they only come at us, then nothing will ever happen to them. That is a lie. That's a lie that they tell themselves. It can't be further from the truth if they tried. But you see what's going on here. Everything, I think this case, this Rick Chow, Cyrus Belton case, and what the results that came of it being that not guilty verdict has brought a lot of things to the surface that many people were not aware of or probably had suspicion of, but now they have confirmation. And as you can see from the videos that I have shown you today in this video, it is showing you that the line has been drawn in the sand. If y'all didn't believe the phrase that we are on our own or we are all we have by now, if you don't understand that concept by now, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Like literally, we are on our own. We are all we have. Granted, there's always going to be a couple of cracks in the community, but that's any community. The fact of the matter is now all we have is to lean on each other, and we will get through. We don't need anybody else, to be quite honest. We have ourselves, but I know there's some things we got to work through, but as you can see, look at what's going on. This is the landscape right now. It's in your face. Like, it's at this point now where you cannot turn a blind eye to it any longer. You just can't. You can't even just turn your switch off. It's going to always remain in the on position. It's there. You can't deny it. You can't hide from it. You can't run from it. This is what it's boiled down to. And black people, my fellow black Americans, like, this is where we're at. Like, if you haven't accepted it by now, then I don't know what to tell you.